Welcome in this explicative video regarding the waste prevention and eco-design plan. So first, I'm going to present the waste prevention and eco-design plan. This is coming from the French AGECT law. This is a law relative of eco-design, circular economy, and anti-waste in France. The Article 72 introduced the waste prevention and eco-design plan. This is a short article in a few words that describe that every producer have to establish and implement a waste prevention and eco-design plan in order to reduce the use of non-renewable resources, in order to increase the use of recycled materials, and in order to increase the recyclability of the products. Just in a few words, this is the objective of this article. To introduce who is concerned by this waste prevention and eco-design plan. The article says all producers cited in the article of law of the environmental law in France. It means that every company that are covered by the EPR principle. What is the EPR principle? This is the extended producer responsibility. It means that every producer have to take into account the waste of the product they are selling in France. There are different EPR scheme in France. There is one for packaging, there is another one for furniture, for example, and also one for clothing, household linen, and footwear items. So regarding this last EPR scheme, we consider different type of producer. You can find also the marketer term. It means it could be a manufacturer or a prime contractor. It could be an importer, a distributor of his own brand or of a licensed product. It could be a marketplace. It could be any type of companies that are selling on the French market and French overseas departments, clothing, household linen, and footwear items that are new, that are destined to consumer and product destined to professionals are not covered by this EPR scheme in France. So to be more precise, you can find on this product t-shirts, pair of shorts, a pair of pants, household linen, and a pair of shoes, for example. But there are some examples of products that are not subjected to the textile EPR scheme in France, and therefore they are not covered by the Article 72 of the French AGEC law regarding the eco-design and waste prevention plan. So, for example, natural fur items, leather garments, but leather shoe made of leather are covered. Leather goods like bags, luggage, wallets, etc., and jewelry. Just a few definitions. The waste prevention is precise in the French Environment Code. It's all measures taken before a substance, a material, or a product become a waste, and that contribute to the reduction of at least one of the following: so the quantity of waste generated, the harmful effects of waste produced on the environment and human health, the substances contained within these substances, materials, or products that are hazardous to the environmental and human health. So this is for the waste prevention. And for ecodesign, the European directive precise that ecodesign, this is the integration of environmental characteristic into a product design with a view to improving the product's environmental performance through the life cycle. So to remember, what does the article of the AGEC law regarding the waste prevention and ecodesign plan says? There are 3 areas targeted in the AGEC law. So reduce the use of non-renewable materials, maximize the integration of recycled materials, increase the product's recyclability. The plan must be reviewed every 5 years. It could be before if you want. The plan must include a review of the previous plan, if there is a previous plan, and must define the objectives and the actions to be implemented in the waste prevention and ecodesign over the next 5 years. This plan could be individual or common by several producers. As an example, we can imagine having a group of different brands establishing a plan for all of these brands. So it could be a common plan of several producers. The eco-organizations, so here Refashion, may create a common plan to all its members. This is not the case here. We did not develop that common plans to every members. Individual and common plans are sent to the eco-organization, so Refashion, which publishes a publicly available summary. So we have 3 years to develop this publicly available summary. So regarding the calendar, the French AGEC law has been enacted in 2020. In 2022, Refashion published to all its members a template and a guide to writing individual and common plans. So now all of our members have to establish their plan and have to submit it to Refashion before the 31 of July 2023. As a reminder, this plan must be reviewed every 5 years. And the last step for Refashion will be at the end of 2023 to publish the summary of all the individual and common plans that we have received from our members, and after having presenting it to the stakeholder committee of Refashion. So what are the penalties in case of non-compliance with the article regarding the waste prevention and eco-design plans? So there are different aspects of penalties. First, regarding the Environment French Code, the penalty for a natural person could be of 7,500 euros for legal entity, and if necessary, a daily penalty up to 20,000 euros until the measures cited by the administration decision concern have been met. So this is the first aspect. And moreover, every members of Refashion, if they are not in compliance with the prevention and eco-design plan, there is a contractual obligation in our membership contract that specify that every members who do not meet the 31 of July 2023 deadline for submitting their individual plan will be in breach of their contract with Refashion. So just to finish, Refashion has developed a lot of tools to help its member to be in compliance with the article of the French AJEC law. So first, we have a web page dedicated to the waste prevention and eco-design plan. We have a writing guide that explains everything that I explained before in the video. There is a develop template. So this is a template to help you in establish the waste prevention and eco-design plan. So this template has been pre-filled by Refashion. Pre-filled means that we have provided some examples of indicators and objectives. So you have the possibility to use this develop template to adapt it, like adding or delete some recommendation or to modify them. But the content of this template could be used exactly as it is, or it could be adapted. The blank template, this is the same one, but it does not provide example of objectives and indicators. It allows you to elaborate the entire content of your plan from scratch. We have also an FAQ to answer most of your question. And if you do not find the answer, we also have the hotline that you can contact. But all these tools will be presented in another video. Thank you.